Hey guys, I have some video for you today. I want to explain my process of integrating, making custom API calls, and why I am using less and less plugins in my app development. Usually when I need some API integration, I'm doing everything myself. I think it's much more interesting. You will have a lot of new possibilities and a lot of new ideas for features, and you will understand all the logic that is going behind, like more in depth. You'll have more in-depth understanding. So let's start. When you work in a new mobile app, you can easily add new plugins, and a lot of the plugins are reliant on API integration. So basically, it is doing API calls, but they're doing it for you. You're not doing and set it up yourself. You're just using pre-made calls for you. It is easy and nice, especially when you use like plugins by Bubble, because you can trust the author. Why it's bad? Because it is not always up to date. It sometimes can be outdated. So with plugins, you rely on someone else to stay up to date. Yeah, because the author need to update the plugin, so you can use new version of it. Also, when you use third-party providers, even with Stripe or something, you can see it's a lot of authors that, they are the same builders, the same creators like you. And you can always trust inputting the secret information here to showcase, it's just super secure information. And with like payment methods and even with all the API calls, I don't really like to trust someone else with my secret information. So what I recommend instead is trying getting into API integrations and building API calls yourself. It's super easy and it's super interesting. Let me show you like really fast. I have this app that I'm working on right now. It is almost ready. We have some sort of payment systems here, and I built all the payment integration myself. So it's just a pop-up plan by pressing a button, you run some workflows. What is this workflows about? It's just some API calls. So for example, for checkout session, we are calling Stripe via API call to start new checkout session. As you see, I can send a lot of parameters. I will explain in a second. For example, I'm sending client reference right here with current user unique ID. What is the possibilities it give me? I can reference my user later. If you use default Bubble plugin, you can't do this. You can send the current user unique ID with your call. Why it's better for me? Because after the call, after my checkout session, I'm using some webhooks. It's also easy to set up. Maybe I will make a next video about it. But as soon as you see, I receive here a checkout session completed webhook, and then on. So basically, you see, after I receive the webhook with the answer from Stripe, I can reference the user that I sent when we initialize the checkout session, and then make some change to this user as soon as I receive the checkout session is completed, webhook action. So this is more information. I can make like full video around it. So, but what I want to explain here is, possibilities is endless. Calls is also, you can add as much calls you want. Where to find these calls? You just Google Stripe API reference, and Stripe have like the best API documentation that I've seen. Super in depth, super easy to understand. You just find what you need. For example, checkout session. You see the calls, they explain it super nicely. You can send like a lot of data with your calls, and then reference this data in Bubble, save to the database, etc., etc. Super nice and interesting. Also, what I want to show, So what we initialize a session with then setting some logic, opening the website with the Stripe checkout page. After this, I have some logic to upgrading and downgrading plans. So when the user, for example, paying for plan, but he want to downgrade for the free one, also some logic. So we changing the plan name, the information by the post request to the Stripe, and this webhook we receive back with the subscription updated. So yeah, this is super easy to set up. And from this, you can play with other providers. So as you see, I integrated Stripe API connector, I integrated Google autocomplete, the same logic. You just check the documentation and you make some calls and you receive some answers back. And I also added my custom OpenAI integration, the same, super easy. You added your key, you add your information, added the call you want to make, you can reference the call in your workflows. Let me show you one more thing. I added some test data here. Here, what I want to show you, the calls I'm making. So I'm added just the calls that I need. This subscription to get some information from users. Customer portal, this is for Stripe customer portal when the user want to make changes to his plan. A checkout session, customer get to get information from customer invoice get to showcase the list of invoices in my app. Let me show you fast. So here, if we will so on billing page, you see I reference the invoices of the user to showcase, and I let him download invoice that he want to download. It is also all possible right here. It's interesting to show. I'm using Stripe invoice get that data, and I'm using this call as a data source for my repeating group. Also interesting approach to this. So this is basically it that I want to show. Try use API calls. It's easy to set up. You can do a lot of stuff with it. And yeah, possibilities is endless, and it's super interesting to do. If you need any help with the setting up your integrations with any API provider, just let me know. I will leave my links in the description so you can contact me. If you like this video, leave a like, share some thoughts in the comments also. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.